As the party gathers in the ethereal plane inside this tower, Lord Tyrosh Vayant, Archfey of the Night Court, first and last of the Dreamwalkers, presents themselves to the party, this pooling shadow slowly gathering down before the party, expelling and unfurling the nightmares that surrounded and moved in on their person. Zito, unconscious, having gone to 6th level rage and not been able to determine friend from foe. It's an interesting exact point that Lord Vayant decides to step in. And that's not lost on the party as they are watching the nightmares slowly unwind and uncurl from their perusing and sneaking about by the Church of the Tempestus in the material plane, watching as Mere Sky and Tati slowly con the church high. I'm Sir Feffers. How it do, how it be, how it is. We're jumping right in tonight, and I'm very excited. If you want to get caught up on any of the 4 weekly streamed campaigns of the Longshot table, you can find it on the YouTube, and feel free to join our community over on the Discord. We got memes. Most importantly, we have bingo.
Bingo!
Thank you. And very excited to be diving in. We use the Discord for various visual aids throughout as well. So feel free to drop on in there, and don't forget to accept the rules and whatnot. For now, though, let us speak of Terraform. We are in the last quarter of this campaign. Things are coming together. I'm sorry. Yeah, so a quick shout out to CB. Quick shout out to CB, who just finished their campaign.
Why would you even say that?
They'll tell you a little bit about it, but everyone show a little love and a little grace to poor CB. He's emotionally wrecked, having just come from the very last episode of the other campaign. You know what, CB, why don't you take it away? Why don't you start us off?
I was fine.
I'm sorry.
In the last quarter, the amount of quarter, it's a fourth. That means this is gone. This is left. That's not a lot. Oh my God. Hi. My name is Omega Jones, also known as CritBard. CritBard across all social media channels. For pronouns are he and they. I am playing Kazric, our resident Dwablin apothecary alchemist, which is a mage hand pressed class featuring bombs, salves, potions, and more bombs. One that has been used recently on our resident barbarian, but we'll get to that later. Yeah, I just wrapped up the multi-award winning Lord of the Rings campaign. The Fourth Age over on twitch.tv/Wounded Warrior Project has been two and some change years, and it's hurt. But all things come to an end. But the legacy will be remembered, and I'm not fucking ready for this one to be over anytime soon. So I'm not going to think about it. As a matter of fact, Ben, go.
Hello, hi. My name is Ben Brainard. I have been playing Zito Barbera, the Path of the Knuckle Sandwich Barbarian. I like to punch. In the real world, I have been sleeping a lot. It's going great. I've been writing a D&D source book that fully overhauls the crafting system in D&D. So if you're sitting at home going, "What crafting system?" That's correct. I made one. It's available for early access on my website right now. It's I think it's just the guide to crafting is. I don't know, it's like $15, and you can go buy it now, and it's PDF form, and it comes with updates whenever I add them. So there was a recent update that added magic item crafting rules and stuff too. So if you want to go do that, you can. Otherwise, thanks for watching. I'm getting back into Twitch streaming. I streamed for like 3 hours yesterday, and it was fine. We had a few technical difficulties, and we figured them out, and now I'm here streaming again. And I would say more about the situation, but Zito's knocked the fuck out. So we'll see. I haven't even met Shadow Daddy.
That's true. You haven't even met Shadow Daddy.
Shadow Daddy does not live on the inside of my eyelids. Well, we'll see how this goes. We'll pass it off to Taylor.
Hi everyone, I'm Taylor and Tracy. You can find me everywhere as Taylor and Tracy. The writer and game master of Pinefall. We have a game this weekend. We just finished our grand gathering this year. It was awesome. We keep growing. It's bigger and better every year. Check it out at pinefall.com. I play Robin. She is the tiefling rogue druid, wildfire druid, so she has Darko running around with her. This is probably the most hurt Robin has ever been in the entire game. Normally she kind of avoids ever getting hit and being in the middle of it, but she's at less than half health right now. But she's feeling tough and feels like she's actually into it now. And I'm very curious to see what Shadow Daddy has to say. So I will pass it off to Shane.
I don't know who Shadow Daddy is, but I know who Smoke Daddy is.
Smoke Daddy. Sorry. There's too many daddies. There's Storm Daddy. There's
Wait. Shane
so
Shadow
many daddies.
Shane Shadow Daddy.
Jesus. Hi, everyone. My name's Shane Whalley. It's lovely to meet you. You can find me on the internet as Shane Whalley and all those other fun places. I have nothing new going on in my life. I'm just living. And
You got
that's
a haircut.
important.
Haircut looks sharp.
I did. I cut it a little bit too short, though, but it's fine.
I like
it. Yeah, I took some well-needed time, not excluding hair, to take care of my mental space after finishing a 50-day subathon. So,
Yeah, that'll do it.
I disappeared from the world. Needed to. Cool. Sika, still in his lovely little smoky wispy form, is now seeing another smoky wispy form in front of him. Very curious, very, very intrigued, very interested. And I'm going to leave it at that.
First and foremost, we need to hear from Annie.
Oh, Annie. Yes. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Hey.
You're good.
I'm so sorry.
Hey y'all, I'm Annie. I am a teacher and editor and a top 1% effects creator over on TikTok. I make those little things that change your face and whip above your head, and those I make those. But y'all know me as Here to Learn, the Twitch mod, one of them around these parts. And I am playing Paella Minette Brigitte. She's a incarnation cleric. She's a hit die cleric. She's one of Ben's hit dice subclasses, and she's preoccupied at the moment because she's gone into cleric mode, and she is currently probably doing something she's gonna hear about, if because somebody's stubborn. But she's got a job to do, and she's working on that right now because we got a unconscious barbarian, and got to deal with it. Beth.
All right. I have posted a picture of Lord Valiant in the Discord for everybody in the Terraform channel, if you would like to go see. A well-dressed individual.
Lord Shadow Daddy. Oh, yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well-dressed individual, cane in one hand, hand in pocket. Looks like a pocket watch. You can see a little chain kind of in one pocket as well. Buttoned all the way up, this with a little tie. But instead of a neck and head, it's just this billowing column of shadow. Oily smoke just pooling out of place as the cane gently clicks onto the stone floor, and Valiant gently alights. Zito unconscious on the floor.
Perfect.
I thought it was time I introduced myself.
No.
And who are you?
There is a 1 foot kind of steps back into a very, very faint bow.
I am Lord Tyrosh Valiant, first and last of the Dream Walkers, Archfey of the Night Court.
Sika is going to also bow in return because he showed dignity, dignity and all that
Deference.
stuff. Thank you, deference
Polite.
in his and politeness. Yes. So Sika will as well, and just be like, "I'm Sika." Laid of lots of titles, sure if they exist, but there's nothing there. Sorry, I can't follow up with something like that.
Well met, Luminin.
Oh.
Seems to look across the party as a whole, taking each of you in, before turning to Kazarick and greeting you in Goblin.
So it's funny.
Okay.
CB is like, hell no. Cadrix, I think, focused on Zito, having just knocked him out. And I think it is fair to say he understands not the mechanics, but he understands that when someone is raging, when someone has reached that zenith of intensity after being knocked out, they should be fine when they wake up, right? So I think just for a moment he's watching over the body, getting ready to wake him up, essentially.
It truly comes down to how many concussions the person has had.
True, Bestie. But when he speaks in Goblin, he turns, and funnily enough, he is not returning a speech in Goblin. It's accidentally in Sylvan.
Oh. The Fean common.
Yeah, he can go, oh, hi. Who are you? Wait, sorry. Somebody's, I gotta make sure he's not dead.
I know I'm unknown to you in the current.
And this is in common to everybody.
But would you accept administration?
Make an insight check.
Accept administration?
Mm-hmm.
23.
23. 12. Robin? Pie? 10.
I mean, I could make one, but I'm focused on something else right now.
Then make it a disadvantage.
Robin has her hood up, and she is very much just kind of like behind Darko, but between Smoky Guy and Zito.
24.
24. It is an offer for medical aid.
Oh. So you wish to help our friend there on the ground?
I find you all in a position that I might be of aid in. As a sign of what you in this land would call good faith.
Everyone, go ahead.
I was just, well, I was trying to add, I'd be like, and like, this is just out of the, this may be just thematically speaking, the kindness out of your heart with nothing attached or in return.
I wish to have a conversation with you all.
Oh. Help just to talk.
Indeed.
Yes, like, looks by seems like a fair trade.
He had a too low of an insight.
Kazric, make a history check for me. Make a history check. Ye with Faic blood.
All right, Shakespeare. History. 25.
25. There are rules when it comes to dealing with the Fae, but with a 25, unless they have developed a situation where they can manipulate you, those rules won't apply until you're in the Feywild. Now, that's not a hard law, but I'm saying that just accepting help from this person with that high of a history check, you know that it does not lend any power over you to this individual. But it is something to be thinking about with the Fae.
Yeah, that's why I asked if there's strings attached.
Yeah, I do think, because I was going to say, Kazric doesn't know this person's intentions. However, there is that knowing knowledge of the Fae, which is why he intentionally doesn't actually say yes to the help if it is given, because he's about to splay his fingers and do it, but Kazric has not agreed to anything, therefore no covenant has been made.
Correct.
But he just holds up Zito slightly.
A presentation rather than an acceptance.
Exactly.
Weekend at Bernie's.
Here's our Bueller.
Weekend at Zito's. Well, does anyone verbalize that they would like the aid?
I don't verbalize it, but I turn my body as a sense of not to bar a path.
Okay. Well, seemingly the polite Fae, you see the hand curl back over the other hand of the cane before looking about. Regarding the floating shreds of what were the quarry nightmares abound, you can't see his face, but this tone of disgust.
Ever they soil the minds of others. Truly corrupt beings.
Mm-hmm.
I have come here this day in part to look upon the...
And this is where he pauses a bit because he doesn't know exactly what everyone else knows and says,
the false narratives of who you know to be the Storm Father.
Van waves at someone who's not there.
Right. Interdimensional.
Yeah. Implicates a knowledge of Mir Sky's and Tati's deception.
Mm.
The nightmares flock.
So you have understanding of Mir Sky from beyond our area? Like, this is what's confusing to me. We just met you. It's been very, very entertaining, these few little bits. But when it comes to this now, you seem to have a good key of information about what is happening in our gravitational situations. So
I make it my business whenever the quarry are involved.
the quarry?
These nightmares.
And Sick will look around to see if any are nearby. But then be like, are they, I guess simple enough to ask, in league with Mir Sky?
This is what I would ascertain. I knew not this primordial's name, this mere sky. that I know. When Illuminant walks amongst the realms.
Is there still more?
I've met only one other in my time.
Sika looks to Rampant and to see his reaction.
Rampant is going to Rampant, who has been holding an action this whole time, is going to kind of look to you with a natural suspicion. Rampant has been always very suspicious of greater entities that, that kind of go outside the bounds of what you and he mortals, if you were, are capable of doing. Always been very, very hesitant because there's been a lot of it. I guess he'll speak up and say, I've always been suspicious of those who had the capability to look to us as cattle. What say you, Fey Lord?
Cattle. No. I do not see people who are less powerful than me as lesser. I, in part, rule a kingdom in the Feywild. And if I was so tyrannical, I would be deposed by my kin.
So you have a sense of order and decorum around your center of justice, I guess I would say.
Though I do willingly admit that the concept of sin is one that is alien to me.
Okay.
Has he helped Zito yet?
No one's like said to do so he's been respectful.
Okay. Wonderful. Then I will use the very last potion of healing that I have. Greater healing, to be specific, and just like open up Zito's mouth and just pour.
Okay.
I'm not going to choke you, but I am going to. I'm going to coax it down. Drink.
Which potion?
Greater.
Okay. Greater healing
I didn't have a lot
pot.
this very second. I got it.
Would that wake me up?
So you are let me actually check specifically.
Yeah, unconscious specifically because of a magical effect from your bomb.
First of all, don't call it nothing's magic over here, gang.
I'm about to do science. Eat this grenade.
Oh, no, actually, I don't do that. Yeah, I do. I do that. Because as I do that, I take one of my kind of sharp nails and I jam it in your side. You wake up when you take damage.
Oh, cool.
Can
Imagine that's just what the smoke daddy was just going to pick him with a stick.
Can I interject with what Pi was doing?
Sure.
Yeah. You mentioned as Zito, you are waking up Pi. How many hit die do you want to sacrifice?
Okay, so you gotta understand that she made. She did the math, and she, her cleric instinct kind of kicked in. As soon as he went down, she's like, "All right, I got Kazric who can deal with poison if he needs to. I've got Sika who can deal with healing if he needs to. The one thing that I can do that they can't is I can replace hit dice." And so she puts her hands on his chest and she can feel, it's almost like a vacuum against her hand. And she can tell that he overspent and is freaked the fuck out. And so she kind of forms this like ball of golden energy that pushes itself from her chest through her hands into his chest, and has a little bit of a moment where she's like, oh frick, I don't know if I'm going to be able to stop this, and she pumps 10 into him.
Wow.
Fully half of what she has, because that'll bring him up to full. And it stops because even subconsciously he's stubborn. And he stops it somehow.
Okay.
And you see her almost desaturate, and all the golden reddish fur kind of starts to gray out a little bit, and she kind of looks like she suddenly starts to shiver because she's very, very cold. And he in turn is then coloring up and warming up, and you see that up until this point Pi had only done this on like a couple of maybe kids who had 1 or 2 hit die missing, and it's like we're talking like a drop in the bucket, but Zito's a friggin' canyon. And so she's trying to knit him back together as best she can, because she knows that he's got nothing left. For whatever reason, because she's never done it at this magnitude before, and certainly not on somebody who had nothing left, she ends up with these like gossamer strands of light that connect her to him temporarily. And she notices that like her breathing and his breathing sync up, and their heartbeats sync up. And she gets to the point where she's like, I think I'm just going to rest my eyes for a second. And she's got her hands on his chest just so she can make sure his heart is still beating, and just kind of rests her chin, and her eyes close. And she doesn't really do much until she hears this conversation pick up, and she kind of starts to wake up. And then all of a sudden somebody jams Zito with a nail.
Now, he doesn't know actually, I don't think he knows everything that has happened, but Zito has taught him the understanding of life essence. It's the reason why he can now harness it through his bombs, a very specific type of bomb that he makes, but he doesn't understand the full dynamics of it. So seeing that, as he's been caring for Zito, listening to Smoke Man, but mostly caring for Zito, seeing that, you see a scientist going, how can I replicate this if you're not here? Like just trying to understand.
She's been thinking the same thing ever since he mentioned he might be able to do that. She's like, ooh, interesting.
And as you finish that transferal, I think that's when he goes, okay.
Zito, your eyes open.
She is fully aware that she's going to catch hell for doing that, by the way.
I think he would like clench wherever the nail poked, but then just go 5 more minutes. We haven't had a sleep yet, guys. It's been
This is the beginning of a long rest.
Oh, I'm gonna
thank
start
God.
preparing tiny hut. Cool.
Okay.
and after a moment,
Welcome back. I'm still resting my head on your chest because I'm spent. I'm tired.
Vant does this little wave.
I'm gonna reach out and touch Pi. And at first you're like, oh yeah, and then I'm going to fully grab you and lift you and like look up and down and around for any like physical injuries.
I'm fine. I think. Well, no, I'm not fine, but I'm fine.
I think Kazric would be next to me.
Okay, I think
I'll do
both
the
of
same
them
thing to
are there.
Kazric. Just immediate turn and grab.
Just other hand.
Stop! That's my job.
And then I would stand up and look over and grab Robin.
I was wondering
Lift
what
you
that
up and look
one's
around.
role in
You're
your
injured,
dynamic
but-
was. I see it clearly now.
I don't know who you are,
Hello.
but I haven't gotten to you yet.
Oh, that is Lord Tyrosh Vayant.
Sits back and
I
waits
do not
patiently,
care.
seeming bemused.
He appeared after you passed out and offered aid to help, but Pi and Kazark were able to assist you beforehand.
Did I hurt any of you?
No, I held him. I held on to you. I didn't let you
I would
hurt
say-
anybody.
I would say physically no.
You know, Zito, it's kind of funny. In a world where you are like this big, unstoppable force, we're all like unmovable objects too. You can't. We can survive. That's what friends do.
As you guys are kind of having this moment, Darko kind of circles around the pairing and puts himself between the party and Lord Vayant.
Sick.
I think this is my-
Please, Robin. Yeah.
What?
Robin's gonna be like, put me down, I have a thing.
I don't think I've seen Darko yet. I'm like,
Oh yeah, Hellhound, straight up Hellhound.
it's fire puppy.
Darko, pie, Darko.
Zito
I-
put Robin down.
Thank you.
Oh, one thing, I don't think I described this last time. When Zito hits 6th rage, his eyes bleed.
Oh,
So there's just
Terrifying.
like still drying blood dripping out of his eyes.
Gross.
Did your shirt? Okay.
That's okay. I'm just gonna.
I took care of it.
Robin is done with all of this. So she's like, Zito freaked out. We had to knock him out. That was really scary. She's gotten warnings from so many people about him doing this. So she is still like shaken by seeing Zito possibly attack, like, because he's like her protector in her mind. So she is not making eye contact with Zito whatsoever, and she's like, put me down, put me down, put me down. And she's just gonna go and start making that tent that she has, the
Okay.
Pavilion of Dreams.
yeah.
Instead of tiny hut, or at the same time.
You can stay in Tiny Hut if you want, but I'm gonna make this pavilion thing because we haven't used it yet, and I'm really curious about it. And this guy just said that he was something to do with dreaming.
What if we did both?
And this protects. It makes us immune to sleep or dream effect spells. So as soon as she heard dreams, she went, I have the Pavilion of Dreams. I don't know who this guy is, but I'm letting him into my dreams.
I
canopy speak.
wondered where that thing went.
Oh.
Where did you get that?
I don't remember.
That's so
Everybody keeps talking about sleep. Pie's just like, I'm just gonna sit here. just gonna sit on the ground and just wait.
I just remember I got it at the same time that I got my shark tooth crown. Which I still want.
Hell yeah. I think it was like rolled loot.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So as Robbins talks about making the hut and knowing that Sika was already starting to do tiny hut, he will be planning to place a tiny hut around Robin's pavilion. But in the process, he is going to look to Lord Tyrosh Vayant and see the billowing smoke going up, and ask kindly before, and just be like, I don't know if you're gonna stay in with us when we take a little bit of a relaxation moment, but would that getting cut off harm you? And he points to the pillar of smoke coming from his head, in case the dome severs it.
You need not worry about my well-being. That is most cordial, though. Thank you.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
What is
And
your
I will
name?
still. Oh, my name is Sika.
That's so-
Oh, my name is Sika.
Sika. Well met.
There. And he will get back to still repairing the hut.
The Pavilion of Dreams. Immune to sleep or dream effect spells. 8 medium creatures comfortably can sleep within. Inside, you may have shared premonitions within your dreams. Can't be surprised in combat. Not surprised if you have advantage in initiative. Various other boons and the like. But Taylor, what is this part here I see about call upon the premonitions?
I think this is similar to a Kalishtar ability, where it was like you get to roll, and it's like a boon or a bane, so it like gives you advantage on something. These are my quick notes from when you said it.
Yes, thank you.
So I think that's all it is you get like advantage on one roll or something.
That is amazing. As you guys is anyone still talking to Lord Vant? Is anyone still kind of, I think Sicko went off to go do the tent thing. Zito, are you catching his measure or anything like that? If he's largely being ignored, he will probably wait for a little while. But you're not sure what he'll do after that.
Ignores him.
Okay.
I know Sicko won't completely ignore him if that's possible, but
Yeah, I don't know if Kashyyyk's like intentionally like, I'm not going to talk to you.
I love this.
But like, there's a level of a big thing that's happened with this group, making sure that our people are okay. Respectfully, you're a non-factor until we need to focus on you. You know?
This is actually amazing because no one's ever done this to Lord Vant in his existence. So there's a moment where he's just kind of like, just displaced. Yeah, he's never like, he comes from like Thayan courts and this, that, and the other thing, and he's got all of these conversational bits that he's prepared to kind of talk to and stuff like that. And as you guys are just kind of taking care of yourselves, he doesn't really know what to do with himself. Zito, make an insight check. As you guys continue on Lord Vant.
I mean, I am completely ignoring him.
Okay. Go ahead.
Robin, because she knows that the little fae that were in the tree loved the piece of candy that she put out for them, she is gonna wander over to him and just be like, give candy. Because she clocked when he was like, I don't see people that are at a lower power point than me to be cattle or lesser than, and that was when she was like, oh, okay, he's fine.
Cool. He has at this point like awkwardly formed a chair out of shadow and trying to be polite. Very unusual situation for him. Is just sitting with it with kind of looking away from the party to give them like a modicum of privacy, and he's just like fiddling with his cane, and and then you come over and he kind of like he actually like perks up a little bit. And you come over with this piece of candy.
Sweets that I might not curdle the milk.
And he takes it, and you watch as he holds it. Seems to look at it.
Most kind. What is your name?
My name is Ash.
Ash. Well met, Ash. Thank you for the sweet.
Yeah, why are you in this weird, scary place?
I was conversing with some others, but mostly I wanted to look in on these odd nightmares. It led me to an interesting realization.
What's that?
The
You
wife.
brought it up, so you want to talk about it.
the Tati.
Oh, I know Tati. Kind of, ish. I just met her.
Tati is more than what they used to be. But what they used to be was a Kalashtar, a dream elf. I have not seen one in many years.
When he says others, Pi perks up and stands up.
Kalashtar were dream elves. And unfortunately, they were driven from the land of dreams. They are nightmares' favorite food. Kalashtar can bond with nightmares.
What does bond mean?
Like how I'm bonded to Darko?
No,
Use?
fuse might be a right word, yes. The two creatures become one new creature. They are hunted by the quarry.
Why do they fuse then?
I do not know if it is ever a willing transition, but
Maybe even.
in certain cases, they have been known to find balance.
You said you were talking with others. What do you mean by others?
I have many agents in this realm looking for the wild hunt, learning why they're here.
And you hear profound hatred in his tone.
The wild hunt have long since been banished from the Fey realm when they turned on the courts and started eating everyone. It cannot be a coincidence. They are here. The nightmares flock to this Kalashtar, while her partner deceives mortals. I don't like the smell of any of it.
Really quickly, Wild Hunt banished from Fae started eating?
Turned on the other courts and started eating the other courts, and that resulted in some way, shape, or form of them being torn from this realm. Robin, make a history check.
Okay. I'm not very good at
That's-
history.
I want to be my little boy.
There's an 8 plus 0.
8 plus
So
0.
8.
Your encounter with the wild hunt,
Yeah.
they were disconcerted by the passing of time. That's all I'll say there. You remember that about your experiences with the wild hunt. They were very, very thrown by the very concept of time passing, the celestial bodies moving, sun, move, time existing, all alien and foreign to them. I will not expound more with an 8.
Okay. She's gonna be like, yeah, we kind of ran into them.
What?
I
Oops.
think.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, they were like fusing people to dragons and eating people and grinding them up and making people soup, and they were really upset about the fact that time moved, but it was weird and different in their place. Oh, and we ran into like mushroom people too that were trying to get home. Do you know the mushroom people? Little tiny cutie things?
There are quibbles here?
Yeah, Wibbles. There were a couple. We saw them.
Well, not here.
He's
Not
Back-
here, like
he like
Yeah.
bolts up, floating.
yeah, no, like
like the cane drops for a second, and then he like remembers himself, and the hand comes out. And the cane comes back into hand.
Dang it! I wanted to grab the cane.
Make a sleight of hand.
Yes. I'm not using that dice anymore. It's too low. 13 plus sleight of hand is 9, so 22.
Can I try and distract him because I can see what she's doing?
All right, we're about to do shit with Faye.
Roll advantage, Robin. Pi, what do you do to help?
Faye.
What do I do? I ask him, have you, since you were looking in places, have you ever heard of the cat Mentiroso?
Okay, that's what you say. I'll respond to that in a second. Robin, what'd you get?
I rolled lower, so it's still 22.
Okay, 22. You palm the cane and just kind of hold it behind your back for a second.
No.
It's slightly incorporeal. So like if you try to like squeeze your hand or move it too quickly, it will kind of fall through. Your hand will pass through it. Very ethereal. He turns to you and goes,
I know not this name. Apologies. We, in the Feyan realm, believe the Whittles to be extinct.
No, they're all here and they're trying to get home, and I promised that I would help them. They're over on an island, but also the wild hunt was over there, so we kind of had to leave to do other stuff. But they're in a nice, safe, like Glen ruin area, so they're pretty. Oh, they're okay right now.
Yeah, like as much as they're close, the wild hunt wasn't too close to them.
Yeah, no, it was like a good amount of walking.
okay.
I will have my agents locate them and ensure their safety.
Oh, okay. I'll try and give him the best directions that I have to where they were.
Okay.
Question, really quick. Just so Kazra can have a better understanding of this individual, not like in a sense of like judging or having feelings about them necessarily, what would Kazric know about the Night Court?
The Night Court, well, there's a lot of like, oh, the shadows are scary. You know, there's a lot of, Night Court, very scary. They, people think of like deep sea fish, with their big eyes and their long teeth and stuff like that. It's a land of night and predominantly ocean. They have flying cities. Well, I should say flying, like floating islands with cities on top. And it's a very iridescent land. The goblin kind that your bloodline comes from has not been in the Feywild for a very long time. But they are known to be somewhat lawful.
Okay.
I would say the winter. No, let's see. Yeah, I would say they're somewhat lawful, if not neutral, maybe lean towards evil.
Love that. I'm just curious.
Historically speaking.
Fair. He's not super focused on, especially with the pavilion being up, tiny hut, things being up at this point.
If it's been a minute, it's up, yeah.
Cool. While Robin and Pi are focusing on him and Sika, I think Kazric is checking in with Zito.
Okay.
Kind of just hobbles over. Doesn't hobble, but he kind of hobbles. You're alive! Yay!
Zito would have walked outside. He would have just grabbed his stuff and like slowly walked outside.
Outside of the pavilion?
Outside of the tower?
The tower.
The tower, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think Kaz's gonna kind of scurry just to check in. He's never seen Zito go that far. And he also knows like Zito's not going to say anything about his feelings about the matter. But he does care about Zito. So he doesn't want him necessarily just that happened. We're just gonna move on. That's not in Kazrick's ministry. So I think he just kind of steps out of the tower and just kind of watches and sees what Zito does before he approaches.
Zito would grab a seat, probably just on the stairs. Take a real big deep breath and like look up at the sky for a moment. And then collapse like head into hands and just kind of like sit there with his head in his hands for an undisclosed amount of time.
Then I think he would let him be in that position for a little bit. Someone who understands frustration very well, because in science you fail more than you succeed. That's just the nature of the beast. And he doesn't think or know if Zito considers himself to have failed necessarily. But he can at least empathize with the need to just let go for a second. But eventually, those soft little feet will move over, sit on one of the steps. Does he have any pocket food? He does. Mushrooms. Just toss some mushrooms next to him. You should have something in that big body of yours. You're like triple me. Like 2.5. 2 1/4. I'm kind of strong for a goblin. Yeah. Dark host shush.
I'm so sorry.
You're totally
that
fine.
was mine. My bad.
Zito will turn to you, Kazrick, and you can see like tears.
You don't have to talk about it if you don't want to.
Thank you.
But I'm gonna ask a lot. Oh. Mm-hmm.
Me. Even more pain. It is not the first time I have become that angry. It is the first time I allowed myself to become that angry in the presence of people I care about. You all are the first to live long enough to see me exit that stage.
He's gonna move from his position. I think like if you're sitting on the step, he's like a step above or a step like next to slightly, so you're turned a bit. I think he's going to intentionally move and sit on a step in front of you, but like kind of sit so he's facing you for a second.
Zito doesn't really make eye contact with you. Just kind of like looks in the general direction. And he starts like undoing the mage breaker wraps and then redoing them and then undoing them and then redoing them.
Well, first of all, you don't have to apologize for anything. I think we all kind of, Highwood, maybe Sika or someone say we signed a contract, but we didn't sign anything necessarily to like help one another. So like, you know, we know you get angry. Angry gets shit done. But We also know that you possess a talent that we just have to learn. And we'll do so as best as we can.
This was a lot easier when I was traveling with people I didn't know.
You know, you're not much different than how I usually live. The Fune, we're a very tight-knit bunch, but we're all tight-knit individually. We come together when we need to. We fellowship when we need to, which is a lot. But we still kind of do our own thing. So this is kind of the first time I've really been a part of a collective too that I think I like. Yeah, I like all of you. I'm pretty sure. Don't think I have a reason not to. I think we're all learning how to figure this stuff out together. And if you get angry again, which we know you will, because you like fighting and stuff, I think we have a way to make sure that, yeah, we're safe. But we have a way of fitting that anger together like a puzzle with all of us. So, I'm also really not good at this the philosophical thing that I'm trying to do right now. I just don't cry. We're alive. Like, really, none of us got hurt. You kind of suck at the anger thing, if I'm being honest. Like, and maybe you should take that as you have more of a hold of yourself than you think. And or maybe we have a better hold of you than you think.
I appreciate the kind words. I think I might just need a moment alone to breathe.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, two more things before you go. So sorry. He pulls out of his pouch. It's salt water, but it's water. You need something to drink?
That's poison. Salt water. All right. Listen, goblins, maybe. Goblins could probably drink salt water. Anyway, I'm sorry.
I am very
I'm leaning into
resistant
this
to
when I don't
poison.
need to be. I just...
No, it's fine. It's actually holy water from the church, so it's probably still salty.
Oh, yeah, the Church of Hayden, it would be salt water for sure, for sure.
That's probably a bad idea. Second thing, can I have some of those tears? I mean, like, it's really rare, and I need to, like, use it. I'm sorry. That was a bad idea. I'm just gonna... You could pat your face. You
This
need
is where the
lotion.
camera would zoom out and see that Zito's just covered in blood. Taking that damage does it have to be from my eyes?
No, don't worry. Don't. I'm gonna let you do your breathing exercises and stuff. He will get up, start to move back towards the pavilion, but will stop like 10 feet away. And then, faster than it should be, 32.5 to be specific, he rushes back to Zito and just wraps his arm around you. Didn't help.
Zeta with one hand will just like hold your entire back.
Just palms him.
Yep. And as he leaves, just because I'm silly, I want to see something real quick. Yeah, great. There is probably maybe, what's your passive perception? Not high, right?
18.
Wonderful. You don't see the flashbang like just put in your pocket just because you need to get away again. Just, hey, you know, someone bothers you, just runs off. Heads back to the pavilion.
The Archfey regarding Robin.
Please, what would you tell me? More of the Wild Hunt's actions. This is a windfall. I had not expected to find such useful associates.
Sure, if you can tell me all the stuff that you know about Tati and Near Sky and everything that's going on there. Oh, also, I think my mom disappeared with an army into the Feywild at some point when the lands, like, folded on each other. So, like, if you have any information about that, that would also be really cool.
This takes him by surprise, and he chews on it for a second.
I can see why you might think they were swallowed into the night Fey court realms. However,
He turns and gestures to these rifts along the floor.
there is, or was, a realm on the other side of your material plane from the Feywild, known as the Shadowfell.
Gesturing again to the rifts.
It is not there anymore. Ash.
Okay. Well, it doesn't really help me if she's in a place that's not there anymore.
We have felt its loss for a very long time.
Okay, well, if you find anything, let me know. But yeah, I'll tell you more about the wild hunt and what we saw. And then
Yeah.
we've been dealing with Tati and everything, so some help with that would be great. And she's gonna go into sporadic little details about the wild hunt, but she's not gonna mention her brother
Okay.
at any point whatsoever.
Soren stays out of the narrative.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He
I know not how the dragons tie into this. But as I have been watching these lands, I see the work of their enemy. The giants. And their war.
Giants are enemies of the dragons or enemies of the wild hunt?
Of dragons.
Oh.
And their war. Crossed dimensions. An interplanar blood feud. For as long as history can recall. But it did end when the giants learned how to obliterate the very mind of the dragon, they created drakes, wyverns, lizards, worms, and snakes.
Who is they? The giants?
The giants.
Oh, the giant tried to replicate. Oh!
And your house, Ryx, has learned some of these ancient secrets.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is how we have our draconic steeds you see here. This applies somehow into this weave, I know not how. But there is one land, an island, the Sunken Isle, where giants resided. You will find your answers there, I think.
Oh, good. I already have someone on the way over there.
Kalishtar. Kalishtar hunted folk.
By the nightmares.
Yes. I imagine some of this is in response to that. The quarry prowl the ethereal realm around the church, looking hungry.
Wait, so there are nightmares around the church looking for Tati?
Yes, they want Tati.
To merge with her?
I think in the mind of a nightmare, merging and consuming are one and the same.
Oh, okay.
The quarry are evil. They are the species that won out, devouring the realm of dreams, and now I hold that door shut.
Make an insight check.
14 plus 5, 19.
There's just a bit of guilt. Just a little bit of guilt in when he speaks of how the nightmares overran the realm of dreams and he had to shut the door.
The door into the Fey realm from the realm of dreams is mine to keep. And the Dreamwalkers. Were destroyed. I began that faction, and I was there for when it ended. First and last.
You don't think that there are any left on the other side of the door?
No. There have not been good dreams in a long time.
Now, obviously to you, this doesn't make a ton of sense. You've had good dreams, you know, and you've had nightmares, but you don't think they were creatures that were hunting people and stuff like that. You are talking to a very alien mind.
Yeah.
And the alien mind is talking so logical about just like, what do you mean the night court? Like it's night all the time? What are you talking about? You know, just, it's a lot of just pointedly strange vernacular.
Yeah, she's kind of like keeping notes of stuff in her mind and is keeping track of some of the weird key terms that she's listening to. And she's honestly kind of perceiving this person as someone that, like, when the nobles would come and visit Cairn, and they had different customs from different lands and would say weird things and stuff like that. So she's just
Yeah.
kind of in that mindset.
Yeah, 100%.
Kind of getting the gist, but that's about it.
I was curious. I know Sick is close by, but was this more of a private conversation?
No, I'd say this is a public conversation for sure. Unless, Robin, you're trying to be discreet. I don't get the vibe that you are.
No,
Yeah.
Okay.
no.
Yeah.
Okay, so Sika definitely was like hearing, but when they talked about the dream walking and stuff, his interest appeared a lot more. And when there was a moment to interject, he would ask, he would say, "Did you want more dreamwalkers, or was this your choice for them to end?"
It was something I was unable to stop. The only thing I could do in the end was shut the door.
And
I am not fully here. The majority of me holds the door shut. I am incapable of arcane spells that require concentration.
what if there were more dreamwalkers?
Then they would step into a realm that would tear them limb from limb.
Depending on how intent he is looking at Sika, he would see Sika get a little bit of a fearfulness put over him.
You, Luminen. I have been to many realms, many dimensions, many realities.
Mhm.
You are unique to this one, and I would not see you throw that life away.
That's interesting to hear.
That's also news to I'm so sorry.
Rampant?
Rampant, thank you, yes.
Rampant, yeah.
Who kind of takes a moment and goes, "Oh, that makes some sense, as we were formed on the moon from Freaquins, but what pertinence does this place have that you know of? This tower?"
It is a station. A branch to a nexus. The nexus also being in that city of dead giants.
And as a branch, I'm assuming this tower can reach there?
If used correctly by someone with interdimensional travel.
Oh.
That's where we're going to go to break.
Oh.
We'll be right back. Enjoy this phenomenal promo video of Heinefall. Cannot recommend it enough. It's amazing. Taylor is is the like big brain lore master. People are like, "You're running 4 campaigns, Jeff. How do you keep it all straight?" I'm like, "You don't understand. There are people like Taylor who exist who deal with hundreds and hundreds of players." I cannot condone enough this amazing LARP. It was I brought my sister this year, and she had an amazing time, and everyone basically adopted her, and it meant the world to me. Anyway, enjoy this promo. You guys are great. I'll see you soon. Take your meds and get some water and all that good stuff. Brought to you by Chicken Alfredo. We're back. Long live Longshot. So Sika, there is a shiver, like a physical shiver that you feel at the mention of interstellar travel. And Rampant takes like one cautious step backward and then seems to find a resolution in themselves and step back kind of alongside you. Cautiously looks to you. You know much about the Luminans.
I have found them fascinating, yes. No more than is proper, I assure you. My goals here revolve around the nightmares and the wild hunt. And one other that I have not mentioned. Your evil god. Despair. Tenebrous. Also wields the quarry.
Really?
Wields them, shapes them, manifests them. But I have people on the ground in the south. It need not concern you.
Wasn't it Tenebrous that tried to kill me? Like, I'm above
Yes,
the table.
you were in the south.
Mm-hmm.
Heading,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
answering a summons by Robin and Zito. That land is war torn at this point. There is the Rowit and Two Wheel, the two southern kingdoms. We are up here in the north. Down in the south, the two kingdoms are in a cold holy proxy war with a third party. They assume the other is definitely in on it with despair, and so there's this kind of mounting danger in the realm, and all the while people who aren't within like city limits are in vast amounts of peril, and so there's long trains being of refugees being escorted by the people of Rowit and Two Wheel. Slowly, the Rowit and Two Wheel are bankrupting themselves to save all of their people. It's really rough down there right now, and that's why this year of peace from the new Stormfather is such a weird pivot, because all the other gods have gone south. Their attention is south. All of their churches have emptied and migrated south to fight despair, in the name of Rowit and Two Wheel, in the name of the other gods, to save people. And Mere Sky, as the Stormfather, comes back and says, we're not doing any of that. This is gonna be a year of peace. Everyone's gonna have a year to come and re-up their salvation to me, you know, your allegiance, and then we'll go from there. But it's going to be a year of protected feasting, which has its own merit in a certain degree. It's just very odd for the Stormfather, the god of extremes. No one can be aligned with the Stormfather if they are neutral in any way, shape, or form. My OBS froze. If they are neutral in any way, shape, or form, if you're like lawful neutral, or neutral good, or neutral evil, the Stormfather won't have anything to do with you. But he can work with a chaotic good and a lawful evil, and a chaotic evil and a lawful good.
Question. And I don't know, I'll just say it out loud. Exactly what you just said. Every other god has gone down. One has decided not to have come back, and then issued a statement of peace, which is super weird for that to be the Stormfather in this canon.
Declaring a new testament to be written, and kind of changing things up a bit.
So the question is less about that, more about the people. No one has been like, that's weird, because
yes, many people like
everyone that we saw, I guess normal people, were like, oh my god, we get a year of peace, woo. It didn't seem like people were like arguing against
Actually, it was very divided. And before I talked of all the people who were super down to clown and went in, we had a lot of people walking away and being like, this is fucked. My cousin's down there and we need to go. And
There were some guys who were like, hey, we were patient, we were good, and we don't get to go. What the frick?
Okay, then, sorry, let me rephrase that. it was all about, this is weird, I want to go down there and do the thing. The Stormfather wouldn't say that.
Yeah,
No one-
that
no-
is being said. There's a lot of people
Okay,
questioning.
okay,
There is, and
right.
also this has only been like 2 days, so we haven't really seen the full potential fallout or clash of what this year will cost Mirsky and Tati.
Okay.
And
Thank you.
Sika's rumor was out there too.
Yes.
Slay, thank you.
Lore.
Give me the lore.
Just thinking about how much I'm gonna have to rewatch this episode.
I have so much written down.
I can help if anyone needs any clarification.
Oh, I will talk to you later.
Okay.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Robin.
Yeah.
Lord Vane seems to note that his cane is gone and looks to the ground where he would have dropped it and just conjures a new one.
Does the old one go away?
Do I still have mine?
You do.
The other one?
Oh, yes. Legendary item, God Killer.
When I'm gonna be watching for it, and if when I notice, I'm gonna like make eye contact with Robin and just kind of do like a little like air high five.
Yeah, so I think Rampant would kind of look to Sika.
Yeah.
My peers, Thranegar and Thros, would not trust this Fae. They would say they know too much.
Mm-hmm.
But they were both also members of the Chained Circle. Well, Thranegar was a prisoner of the Chained Circle, but both of them have been somewhat traumatized by mortals who tried to have this much control over the realm. I feel somewhat more optimistic, if not relieved by this new avenue of information that doesn't seem to be coming with danger, such as Tati.
Mm-hmm. Also, a few alignments just seem to fit nicely.
They are definitely of their own alignment.
I mean, just when it comes to matters of opinions.
Just remember, this one will serve themselves in all things.
Mm-hmm. But to also mention the interdimensional travel.
That is a lot of information.
Yeah. One that I'm curious of where they've learned that. It took me a rock, but we're still looking for this potential lumen that he also possibly may have seen.
Didn't give us a name.
No. Hell, I can ask. I do not mind.
You're the pretty one.
Sika will look towards Lord Van and just be like, I just happen to be curious about this. You did mention about speaking with another Luminan. Any chance they bestowed you with their name? Or an identifier?
Mordecai.
Sika looks to Rampant. Not a name I know myself.
Mordecai can be found in the south. If he is still alive.
In the war.
An individual of the earth. A scientist of stone and dirt. Not a fighter. Indeed, I don't know if he even fully knows what he is. He knows he's originated in stone. I think that is why he became a geologist. A man of science.
Be awakening to figure out just how out of bounds you are.
Oh, have I crossed a line?
Oh, not you. No, I'm just meaning when Aluminum understands her identity, to realize that you're more than just there. You're there.
Yes. We are all present in strange ways that we do not perceive. Yes.
That's fine. Well, obviously, as he looks to Rampant, it's not the same one, so hopefully this journey looking for... Wait, actually, that puts us... I leave that for Rampant to decide, because right now he is trusting Rampant's discretions.
Rampant steps forward and says, "We understand that there is one of our kind here in this tower, still alive. And if you did not know this, then you haven't been here long, methinks. What is above this floor? What is above us? Why would one of my kind be here, we who are capable of interstellar travel?" He's gonna roll persuasion.
Ooh.
Pretty damn good persuasion.
Yeah.
I know not of another living being in this tower, but the mechanisms for your kind's abilities are at the top. I assume this is how this tower came to be here. Which means they lost the ability to go back. Do not get your hopes up over much, Luminen.
Bit hard to do. I need to go see these. We need to go see these, as she says to Rampant.
When everyone's ready, maybe rest first. I doubt things will change over the next couple of hours. If they're alive, they've been up there for some time. Who knows how long. Tell us, what's on this Sunton Isle?
The realm of giants. Just an echo of it. It's a war-torn island, but with a sad story. Within the ethereal plane, you will find the nexus that this tower was built in part of. If you can get your interstellar abilities online, perhaps it will be possible to travel to the nexus. You should know.
From?
It is a dangerous place.
And at that point,
Damn it, I didn't get a way to call him back.
Oh, I was gonna ask him about Terra. Oh well.
In comes the smoke. Yes.
do you want to call out?
It's like, wait, I have one more question.
Let's get back in touch with him again.
Point of order. Would Lord Vant use the phrase online?
No, I had the same thought.
Considering that came from telephones.
Nope. would not have used the word online. Good catch. Have an inspiration. have an inspo.
Why, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. You call out roll persuasion, Robin.
Ooh, 13 plus persuasion plus 9. 22.
Oh, wow! I set the DC at 20.
Ha!
Not the same kind of manifestation, but almost walking or floating in place in a direction, but still like staying in the exact same spot in front of you. They seem to regard you.
That's cool.
So kind of the only other thing that I've heard about the Sunken Isle is about, Terra, and, I guess some people also, like, talk about something called Harmony. I heard this story one time. She's not mentioning Soren told her all about Terra and Harmony.
Gonna make a quick little insight check. At 20. What is your intention behind asking this question, would you say?
My intention is kind of like information gathering in terms of like if we're gonna go visit this thing and he's all like boogie boogie, there's things out there and it's not super safe. That she's just like, is Terra not super safe thing? Because my brother is kind of a warlock of hers.
It's good to regard you.
I don't follow closely the movings of small guards. But when one is born again, it is impressive.
Born again? What do you mean?
Harmony,
Oh, right.
through the very investiture of the land he commanded, created Terra with the ability to take on his mantle and replace him. Unfortunately, the madness that crowned his mind followed, and she was put down by her closest friends.
That's sad.
The descendant of one of those friends wanders the island.
Oh. Who is that?
Sorry, I'm just double checking because I know it's an important name. I want to make sure I don't fuck it up.
I've got it somewhere if you don't.
No, I've got it. I wrote it.
And you said,
I just have an
what?
entire page of NPC names that I have to peruse.
What was the statement you just said? Blank became islands? Something? Became...
Oh, it's at the top. Slain by their own trusted
Oh.
kin.
Yeah.
My
Created Terra
brain
to
heard
take
something
his
else.
mantle.
So
The madness that ground his mind followed, and she was put down by her closest friends. The descendant of one of those friends wanders the island.
madness is an archaic term. I would say that the lawful neutral god that was Harmony broke a binding pact with a lawful evil god, and that caused profound detriment in cognition. And the backup plan to that was to create Terra so that Terra would eventually be able to take on that mantle. However, that breaking came with, and that is no easy thing to suddenly be hit in the brain with. And so allies, party members killed her.
Jin
Very
broke
sad
Harmony.
story. Harmony broke himself to get out of Gent's lose-lose scenario.
Work.
Yeah. And Terra smushed Gent.
Yes, and then Terra smushed Gent and
then
saved the
Terra-
day, but ultimately, yeah, passed. But now we know that they're still around
And
somehow.
Gent's also a
she survived
dwarf.
the madness just enough to not kill
Yep.
the gator.
Yeah. And you did have a moment of profound lucidity and your dying moments and were able to kind of make your peace with Tara was able to kind of make her peace with the party members. But
Who's it ascended?
doesn't oh, yes, thank you.
Varian,
Very.
son of Thranduin.
Is that the one that Sika witnessed?
It's all coming together.
He's looking
Alright.
for me.
Oh, thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Wait!
I hope you find who you're looking for.
How can we get in touch with you again?
It comes across as he hadn't ever thought that would be a need. Go ahead and roll persuasion.
Absolutely.
Bard.
This is the second time we've surprised him.
Yes.
We ignored him, and then we were like, wait, how can we talk to you later?
He's a very alien mind who has appeared in all
Very
campaigns
whiplash.
now except Bayonet. If he goes into Whalley, he won't be able to get out. So
35.
You would talk to me again.
Yeah, I see no reason why not to. If anything, you happen to be someone very knowledgeable, one about my species, but among other things that some of us have seemed to have lived or lived together in it through. And also you offered aid in an area with no strings. I don't see why a possible mutuality or anything from that would come from anything.
I am not quite up to speed, as they say, on your concept of time. But
For sure.
at a later time, you may get in touch with me.
and he reaches out, and even though this is kind of a projected illusion, he extends his hand, and as you go to extend your hand, he gently brushes his fingers along your palm, and this kind of, it's not quite like he's staining the skin, but this white kind of intricate, coiling, curling tattoo painlessly manifests along the length of in between these two fingers down to the center of your wrist. This white, furling, blossoming, arcane tattoo. You know that you might touch it to shadow.
Right.
To reach out if ever. And I don't know if he'll answer, but he might be busy. But
Now, since I am in my shadowy-ish form of combination of light and stuff, does that mess with him at any point? Or?
it is what provokes this initial notice. It's how we got here. It's how we ended up having this conversation.
Oh, I love it. Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Sorry, I forgot to say that, but yeah. I'm just realizing I forgot to say that, but that was like what put you on his radar because he was nearby looking at the nightmares and was like, darkness? The shadows.
I love that.
Oh, I have
Perfect.
inspo. Thank you, chat.
Am I there to see this arcane being give him a tattoo?
Yep.
She doesn't trust that at all. At all.
I was wondering if you'd catch that.
Oh, I absolutely caught that. And she kind of gasps when she sees it happen and oh shit. But Reserves judgment.
Okay.
May have a conversation with him later.
That said, you guys find for this campaign and the breakneck pace that we've been going at, the party finds a very rare moment of reprise, respite, and rest.
Wow.
Zito. Eventually you lift your head, just because it's so heavy. And all the gray mists about, all this ethereal, as the sun sets in the material plane, everything turns to this kind of gray-green swirl around you. It still stays pretty bright, but enough time has passed in the material plane that you see the difference that it has upon this realm. It is this surreal bleakness, and maybe the most peace you've ever seen in this realm, because you can see very far in every direction. There are no trees to block your sight. There are no mountains in the way. There are only the rifts below to not step into. And there's at least a little bit of your brain begins to kind of wind down just a bit. Just a part of you.
I think Zito would just watch until is it like getting darker in here?
It's getting greener, but not darker. In the material plane, it's getting darker as the sun sets, and that is causing this place to be a greenish hue, but it will stay about this bright.
Yeah, I think Zito would just watch it shift to green for a while. Fully intending on just sleeping out here.
Okay.
I think
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think
No,
if
please.
Zito has not come back, being the one who was last with him, and remembering his words of just needing to be alone, think. If anyone asks where Zito is, no, I actually think once the person leaves, that's when he'll just let everyone know their whereabouts, at least where they were, and that they needed some time alone. But you don't have to worry about not seeing him if he doesn't come back.
Okay.
And if it's not an if, he will be alone, but it doesn't mean Reggie isn't watching.
Every now and then there's a faint.
I think probably the second time that noise happens, Zeta would like kind of like break out of whatever, like they're staring off in the distance.
Mm-hmm.
Just take a deep breath. And walk back inside. Not say anything, but just
Howling wind every now and then picks up from the rifts in the ground, or the ones floating in the air. A glaring contrast. Go ahead.
Robin's gonna kind of like in wherever the pavilion that's kind of like a little corner spot, she's gonna have Darko curl up in the corner and she's gonna nuzzle in to be nice and warm, and then she's gonna take out the staff that she got from the dude, and she's gonna check it out. So she's like moving it slowly. She's really afraid that if she moves it too fast, it's gonna be gone for forever. So she's checking it out pretty slow.
I would love it if it's possible for Sika to notice, because he can maybe help you figure out about it. if
Over
you're
here, she's
interested.
doing this like in a corner, but in view of like whatever we're doing. You know, like in a home where there's a couch and there's like the corner of the couch, but it's still in the living room.
Right.
She's in that sort of vicinity where she's as comfy as possible, but can see everything that's going on, so everyone can also see her. She's like,
Sure. Well, Sika would then just scooch you over and and sit down and be like, well, you got yourself a stick.
yeah, it feels really weird. Like it's not. It's here, but it's not here. I'm kind of afraid if I move really fast, it's gonna like.
May I see it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll hold my hands out to it, and I guess it's. If I grasp it, will my hands be able to hold it?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I will do so.
If
and
you try to
begin
like crush it, your hands will pass through it.
Oh yeah, I don't want to just being able to grasp it enough to be able to do identify with it.
Yeah. You cast Identify.
Yeah.
Excellent, fair. Stand by. Okay. Lord Vayant's walking stick. Once per long rest, if attuned with this magic item, you may shadow step, stepping into one shadow and stepping out of another, at least. Let's see. Your proficiency times 100 feet. So if you have a +1 to your proficiency, it's 100 feet, +3, 300 feet.
Okay.
Once per long rest. Was that
That's
Zeta?
better than a dimension door.
That's really far. That's crazy.
I can.
You
go
said
so
once?
far.
Once per long rest.
Once per long rest. Oh.
Like Menti speed.
It's teleportation, so yeah, it has to be teleportation to get up to that to be able to contend with Mintoroso's ridiculous speedster shenanigans.
Once per long rest, I get to do it once per 6 seconds.
Yeah.
He'll catch up to you.
Surprise him once, and then that's about it.
Like, ooh, a race? No, never mind. Just...
He's just the
That's right.
best written version of Batman. You teleport, and then he's just behind you. There's no explanation for it whatsoever.
I have a character that's very similar to that.
Just suddenly,
With
just
NPC.
how many years did it take you to learn how to do that?
You'd be like, that was
Honestly.
fun.
Is there anything else to it?
No.
Cool. So as Sick is holding, he'll look to his and be like, well, I have a feeling that if you were to use this, you would be able to travel very far through shadow. And he hands it back to you. Like, quite a distance.
Well, that's very helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, thank you.
No problem.
She starts slowly practicing moving it faster and faster just to kind of test where she can, how quickly, if she puts it on her back, she can pull it out and
You want
teleport.
to become proficient with it? Or sorry,
Or
attune
I
to
want
it?
to attune to it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Once you attune to it, it can be stored within your shadow.
Ooh.
And requires a bonus action to summon or dismiss.
Okay.
It is an action to do the shadow step. And once you're attuned to it, it becomes something that even if you were to like move fast with it, you would be able to resummon it out of your shadow.
Cool. Okay.
It's your part of your essence type aspect.
Yeah. But if you take the dash action, for example, it will dematerialize.
Gotcha. Yeah, so she'll probably like practice and like the first time it goes missing, she goes, no!
Like, so if you're holding it and you dash, it dematerializes?
Yeah. And then she's
Okay.
like, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? And then she's like feeling around in her shadow and she goes, magician.
Reaches
She does
down
it
into
again
the
like
couch
a ton of
cushions.
times.
Look at you playing with your shadow.
Darko, you
Sick
pull
is like
it.
actually like actually happy with that and says it exactly like that.
Darko also is like hoping you throw it.
I will throw it for Darko.
Would you then consider this thing indestructible? Because when
I would
you
call
said
it
you
very
press
destructible, but it can come back.
Very destructible.
I would call it fragile, even.
Oh, okay. And because
Made out of ketchup.
because when you said my hand would go through it, I didn't know if that meant that it would be destroyed or something of that sort. So
That just is
No, it's a non-Newtonian fluid, so just imagine it's made out of ketchup.
got it. Okay.
Is ketchup a
That's-
non-Newtonian fluid?
No, it's not.
No. Baking soda and
Sure.
water.
Plasma?
Sorry.
microwave a grape.
Hey, I
Get a
was able
stick?
to mentally imagine it perfectly with ketchup. That's all I can say.
It has to become a solid when you
Chat.
strike it. I don't think ketchup does that.
Do not microwave
Ketchup is a
grapes.
non-Newtonian fluid. You can.
Yeah, don't. Don't.
In case you ever needed that lesson, do not microwave grapes. Sorry, Ben, you were saying?
So I was just ketchup is like the classic example of non-Newtonian fluid.
Oh. Learned something new today.
Yeah, I imagine they don't really teach it to people outside of like engineering school because it does unsettle them. But that is a big part of why I say it a lot.
Cool.
It's a cane made out of ketchup.
Hate that.
We have food for aeons.
Cool.
Tell me of some downtime activities each of you would have. Zito, it sounds like you're going to park it outside, but if there's anything else, I'd like to hear from you as well. Also, Robin, would you like to describe the interior of this tent? Would you like to kind of decorate it as you see fit?
It's a pavilion. Thank you.
Oh, my apologies. Big ass tent.
I like to think that this is a lot like, because it's been in Robin's possession and it's a magic item, that it's kind of taken on a lot of like what her dreams are. And so on the inside, it has all of these like draped tapestries all across that are just a mismatch of kind of like patchwork quilts and everything. And there are pillows along the floor. Again, everything kind of looks like something that would be considered like a thieves' home. So everything is taken from a different place. There's sometimes something really shiny, like a really fancy pillow right next to like her favorite pillow that she sat on all the time. And there are these rugs along the floor as well, and it all kind of like folds on top of each other. But then if you look closely at all of the small details, you'll see little etchings all around of crafts that she's kind of picked up and tried, as well as a couple little thief cants. So you'll see like a little drawing of Darko and a little drawing of Rusty and all these other things. But then you'll also see small kind of sketches of like the Kraken, or a map of a couple of like buildings and halls that she really liked around Cairn and everything like that.
Absolutely.
And yeah, so it's just very much a mishmash of all these different dreams and things that she's collected.
Okay. Kazric, you're the mess with stuff guy. What's downtime look like for you? I know you've mentioned a few different projects you might do during downtime activities throughout the campaign. Magic items.
It's so
and the like.
what's so fun when you like when the capstone has been created. What do you do next? I think that's always fun.
When
to
the
think
what?
About.
Sorry? When the what?
When the capstone
Oh.
has been finished, what comes next? When your magnum opus is finished. But there's so much stuff still to do. He always does a little bit of inventory, not a little bit. He does an inventory of whatever he has gotten that day. Again, very organized chaos. He looks like he just grabs anything and everything, but he's very much Like, he knows where this is, he knows where that is, he knows what pouch this is in. So he's doing a lot of inventory with Reggie. Reggie's almost like a counter for him at times. Obviously, also a bag of holding, a weird thing that he is. But yeah, lots of inventory. He starts with that, really. And then once inventory is done, the thing he does next is the self-testing, aka what are some of the random things he's gotten, what are their properties. So he's gonna start licking stuff, he's gonna start sniffing it, he's gonna start breaking things, he's gonna start like understanding what some of this stuff is. Tonight specifically, though, it would be the moon rock that he got.
Ooh. As you pull it out, Rampant, who is kind of pulled out a pipe and is reclining on one of the tents things, turns and goes,
just mid lick. Yeah.
I have a pipe. What am I doing? Just kind of watches you for a second before going back to his pipe and go, moon rock.
Yes, like apparently it's maybe like you all, but different. I don't really
You're
understand.
licking my predecessors in a weird way.
I don't look worse things.
Oh.
Oh.
You know what? I remember where we met. I believe it.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta like, they the humans created, or they think they created because they think they own everything. Either way, the five senses, and I think that is very important when it comes to the understanding of the mundane. Like I'm not saying this is mundane, but like I gotta understand. Licking is, I gotta know it. Anyway, it's
I respect
kind
it.
of light but tangy.
Well, now
Nobody-
it's weird. Now it's weird. We're tangy. I'm
It's
out.
like-
Tangy is his lime. He's gonna be like, all right, okay, I'll be outside.
But you see as
hear him
he's,
as he walks out the tent. Tangy, tangy.
My God. You see as he's saying all these things, though, again, Reggie is there, essentially getting everything not written, but, notated for him as he does his work. But yeah, that's what he really does.
You note while you're cooking, while you're doing your thing, while you're messing about, that Lord Vant never mentioned the capstone.
True. Also
Never
didn't bring
touched
it out,
on
but
it.
that doesn't mean he didn't see it. Yeah.
And Pi, you note that Vant does not know about current Terra.
She's considering whether that holds some kind of importance or not, but she should probably do her own little campfire story
Ooh.
for the gang. Because she has not told them everything yet.
Okay. I will say, as you dive into this long rest camp story, Zito, you would probably eventually come to the realization that the story is being told as well, and be able to hear a little bit from the distance you're at, out by the front door on the steps of the tower, as everyone else is kind of into this foyer a decent distance, but you begin to also note this story. Pi, regale us. Oh, Taylor.
Before,
Hold on, I think-
before Pi starts, noticing that a story is going to start happening, she'll settle up and everything in it, and she'll pull her little like book that she carries around out of her satchel and stuff. But she'll notice that Zito isn't around, and she'll send Darko just to go keep him company. And I'm just gonna look at Darko and just be like, go watch over the big guy, okay? Teleport him inside if anything bad happens.
Dargo comes. sits. Then keeps watch for you.
Zito will look at Darko and go, stay, and move several feet away. Because Zito is vulnerable to fire damage.
I told Darko to stay with Zito.
Yeah,
He's not gonna.
I think there'd be, but he's gonna wait. He's gonna wait a little bit until you finally like look away, and then he's gonna put his nose down on the ground and kind of scooch his way towards you. You look at him, and he doesn't move, looking away. You look back, he's a little closer, looking away. Okay.
So she's been listening. Go ahead.
Darko would try, if possible, to herd Zito into the pavilion.
He's gonna roll a human handling check. He's gonna. No, Darko will roll a persuasion. Zito, do with it what you will. That is a 14.
Zito would rather get burned.
Okay. Well, he's not gonna burn you. Pie.
So she's heard what Vant had to say, and she heard that thing about him saying going to the Sunken Isle and going to where the giants were, and she's seeing that she should probably level with why this is. She just kind of time is funny. When I was born, Sunken was a really different place. I lived with both of my folks, and it was a tiny little village named Wells. And my father was this enormous Leonin. His name was Hugh Brainard, and a lot of people used to joke that his name was one letter off from huge, and that was really apt. And my parents were really simple people. I suppose that's why they were taken in by the scheme, because the first people who really, I guess, worshipped, if you could call it that, Mentiroso, were my parents a really long time ago. And I think I'm telling this wrong. The timeline, time doesn't exist. I'm approximately 130 years old. Leonins don't live 130 years. I was alive when Terra was. I have memories of her. I have memories of Menti from when I was a child. I had a really weird experience when I was young where a dimension portal kind of opened up, and I was able to look through, and I saw Menti fighting off the lesser god Hunger. And from that point on, I had my magic, my cleric magic. So I know that a lot of times you guys talk about how, worshiping gods and whether gods are real and stuff like that. It's not that I'm such a devout person. It just kind of happened. And I got the magic by accident. But at one point, when I was quite a bit older, I I ended up in an alternate dimension. Briefly, we call it the pub at the end of the universe. And while I was there, I guess time slipped. And I didn't know it yet. But it had slipped about 100 years. And then I went to school at the academy.
Adeline comes in around now, kind of putting his hood back and sitting down. Looks around a bit. Had nodded to Zito on the way through, but didn't really seem like talking, so kind of sits down and listens intently.
But I learned how to be a cleric there. It's a longer story than that, but I'm trying to get to the relevant points. But the point is that I know Senton as it was, but also as it is. Because when I was taken back to Senton, I thought I was going back to my parents. I thought I was going back to help them with an issue that was happening in Wells when I left. But when I got there, everyone was gone. They had long since passed, and I was alone again, with my God being even more unreliable than usual, and nothing in Wells, and having to figure things out from there. And so I just kind of survived until I went to the old church, and the former shaman, I guess. They were really simple people. But the former shaman had a book that he always talked about, and he held very, very, very close. And you have to understand that he wouldn't let anyone else touch it or read it. And I opened it, and he was completely blank.
It was blank?
So, yeah, he couldn't read either. It was all a show. He was a profound shyster. Yeah, what's the word I'm looking for? It's
Charlatan.
Charlatan, thank you. He was looking for control. He was looking to... I really don't know why he was doing it. I guess power is something that people sort of look to for power's sake, but the point is this book was completely empty, and it made me so angry that I decided to fill it in myself and started writing a book. And it's pretty much finished, but it's the history of Senton. And I do keep that with me. For a moment, I thought I was going to lose it. When I teleported here, basically, I almost didn't make it. But I know it as it was and as it is because I've been there during both times. And I now get sought out by scholars and arcanists and people who want to know history as to what happened back then, because I was there. And so I feel like I can be a pretty decent resource if that's where you guys are going. I guess I miss home, but I don't want to see anything happen to it either. And I suppose that's it, but I figured you should probably know.
Thank you for telling us. I know that was probably hard. But know that you're with a lot of people here that have also lost, their families and everything. So at least you're not alone in those feelings, even if you were alone on the island.
But anyway, I just wanted to point out something that Vance didn't say. And this is just a really long way of getting to this point, but Tara's not gone. She's still there. She isn't what she used to be. Because she was, more, not necessarily mortal, but she was there in a physical form, and then she wasn't, but she is kind of still there. I know her dandelions are still there. I know that she's still there in some way. And remind me, Feff, above the table, do I know who Varian is?
You have met, yes.
Yes, that's what I thought. Okay.
And yeah.
That's what I thought I remember, but I just wanted to double check. But I can probably, if we're going to go find this Varian, I can provide an introduction.
Sika, that name sounds very familiar. And it takes you a second because you go through all of the real world experiences you had, and then you remembered, oh, that's right. I went to a Hraden's. No, I went to I was briefly in the Stormfather's heaven.
Yeah.
Saw him. And the high priest of Hraden was brought to mediate that encounter to a certain degree. It didn't go super clearly, but that's the name that rings true for you.
Yeah, to what I have here was that I was floating above and called towards him, and he heard, because my voice came in waves of an echo. And then the priest mentioned me and my acts of help towards him and the kindness that I showed, and then informed him to look for me. So you have seen this variant?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've met him. It's interesting that we have Tara and then a descendant of Thranduin and then a acolyte of Menjiroso. It's that party is reunited in a very strange way.
Legacy.
Mm-hmm.
Bit of a long shot, though.
Bye.
Ah!
Bye.
Roll credits.
We are gonna go to break here.
Before
Quick
the break,
yeah, please.
I'd love to, if I can, just add in. It's well, I too have seen it.
Have you?
And you're absolutely right that Terra is still here, as he clutches his necklace.
I suspected.
We'll be back. Oops. Welcome back. It still feels like precious, rare moments. These breaks, quote unquote, on the road. The sky turns a deeper gray-green. At one point, Adeline goes, "It's almost the shade I've been named after. The shade of green."
I love that color green.
Me too. I'm colorblind though. I don't have optical. It's more of a. It's hard to explain.
Big donut head of stone.
I think as she's finishing up her story, she's going to look over to Sika and say, "Could I speak with you just for a minute?"
Yeah, sure.
It's nothing bad. I just, well, it might be, but
Bad things come and go.
yeah. Can I see your hand? The one that
Oh. Okay. He holds it up.
Smoky
Again,
Man.
It's still in its wispiness, so.
Mm-hmm. Am I able to see the? I mean, how well can I see the tattoo?
In this case,
Well,
yes. In this particular case, because you were already in that form when you got it, it's this white line from the center here down your palm with filigree.
Interesting. Does it bear any resemblance in any way to anything that I would be alarmed by?
Make a history check.
Bum, ba, bum.
Ooh, hold on. This might be a good one.
Against my history check. Blah, blah, blah.
Alphabetical order, woman. Okay. 23.
23. Real quick, Shane, remind me nope, never mind. You are able to determine that it is not at all like those tattoos.
Good. She breathes a sigh of relief. And just because she doesn't want to leave him in the dark. Do you remember when I was talking to Kazric about his crystal, and I mentioned, I don't know if you were there or not, when I mentioned how the blue piece reminded me of Gent?
Was I there?
I feel like you were still there at the time. I don't think things
Okay.
were on fire yet.
Okay.
Well, Gent was profoundly evil. Like, obsessively and cruelly evil.
Mm-hmm.
And he was also a patron, a warlock patron. And one of the things that he used to do in order to control the people who were his warlocks is he would give them a tattoo.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and you think that he was giving me something to control me?
I don't know that. I guess I'm a little wary of it.
Makes sense. It is a random person just drawing on my hand. Had worse, but
See, he would. But the thing about the tattoo is that it caused intractable pain constantly.
okay.
And the way that he controlled his warlocks was by making the pain stop.
So he was the relief, and that brought all that around. Got it.
So, if it's the same kind of tattoo, you may not notice any pain to begin with. Just something to keep in mind.
So if it starts hurting, be wary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Understood. Just since sick is mine, just like what happened at the church with Robin and seeing all the people and learning that stuff that flicked a big switch on my head that Feff granted me. I also now feel that Sika would learn a lot from hearing about how Gent did what Gent did for people to be in control from them.
Yeah. It's funny because I get the impression that you think that I'm very pro-God.
I actually don't have an impression of you. That is just in a sense of I kind of just met you,
Mhm.
to be fair, and right now I'm just like, oh, helpful person. This is wonderful, and so it's been a great time these past bits, and so but also you talking about your story shows a lot of endearment there. So I guess yeah, no, yeah. Oh.
Anyway, it's not that I disagree with you in your assessment. I guess I've got a little bit of a very unusual experience when it comes to gods. So just Just be careful not to paint us all with the same brush.
I can definitely assure you that I know there are many different people when it comes to their faith and their ties with a god. And not everyone is as easily manipulated by them. So, I hear you. I do. So, but no, thank you for informing me about this possibility. I will keep that in mind and find a way to deal with it if it comes to it. But thank you. Do you know how they remove those gent tattoos, if it ever came to it?
To my knowledge, I don't
Pi,
know
make
that
a
they
history
did.
check.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Nope. That's gonna be a 9.
Unfortunate. But I'm sure there's someone out there that may know something.
Oh, wait. Feff, I have to send you a message. I can carry on. Take your time.
Oh. So you don't think that this marking concerns you?
Oh, it concerns me very much. I still am very concerned by it. I don't like the idea that someone just put it on you without asking, or there's no preamble to it at all. It's just, now it's there. And why? There were so many other ways that he could have given you to get in touch with him. Why that? But
this is a very solid point. Now, I may seem like my mind may be obsessive on this one point when it comes to it, but if Gent was giving people tattoos, did they have to agree to it?
shoot, I don't know if I know that.
I will allow a new history check.
Okay. $19.
Okay. Gent had no use for people's souls. When he made a warlock pact, he would bind it with ink. To become a warlock was to willingly undergo the tattooing process. The tattooing process would be wildly painful. But then once it was done, Gent would turn off the pain, and if ever was displeased, would just turn the pain back on and leave him to suffer. He had no use for souls.
Okay. Well, if it ever came to when I think about how this happened, he just took my hand and put it on there. I was like, oh, cool. So, I'll be hopeful. That's the most I can do. And the reason why I'm choosing to be hopeful, at least in this situation, is because of how he was acting with us the time he was here. Of course, this Fae had their own agenda, but it
felt very odd.
Yeah, it did. Huh?
Tangy. Rampant comes back. It
would just be in the sense of I felt no malice from them in the time when it came to it. Unless they masked it very well, which everyone has a little bit of a when it goes to it. They chose to try and help, and of course there may have been some greed behind it, but we wouldn't know anymore.
I do know there's someone who used to be one of his warlocks, but I don't know that we're going to be able to get in touch with him.
Oh?
Thranduin.
Varian's father. Slayer of Terra. Friend and Slayer of Terra.
Interesting.
Thranduin at this time is a rogue leader of the Inquisition of the Stormfather and currently runs an attempt at a paradise.
Wasn't he the Grand Inquisitor or something like that?
Yep, he was the High Inquisitor of the Stormfather's Inquisition, of the military of the church. And when the war broke out, set up camp near the border of the front line with the elves, and has created a utopia city. And has vastly been aiding the war effort, but no longer seems to answer to the church. There's been no known information past that, but you know his son has been sent out into the world.
In terms of his tattoo, I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
But Gent is gone, so maybe that solved it. I don't know.
Well, an evil like that being gone just sounds like a wonderful thing.
Let's hope. She's gonna kind of look out the window or the tent to see what Zito is doing. And she knows Kazric said that he doesn't want to be disturbed, and she's going to try and respect that.
Darko does not.
As long as she can.
I'm having a staring contest with Darko.
How obvious is it that you're looking at Zito?
Pretty friggin' obvious.
Okay. So Sika catches the gaze.
Heh.
And
Shit.
And will just smile. A few thoughts will run through his head. And then he'll look up to Pine and be like, well, thank you so much for letting me know. I just gotta run and do something before I finish off the night.
Yeah. I had to figure out exactly where I'm going to sleep.
Oh. And because he does, he just pulls out another cot from his bag for Pie and just allows you to take it. So.
Oh, thank you.
Just a bag of holding. No, I have a bag of holding, right? So So enjoy. And then he is going to make his way to walk outside.
Okay. Staring contest. A hellhound does not need to blink, I will say. So you guys have been at this for a little while. Zito, you're
Oh, it's less a staring contest, more so Zito needs to make sure that Darko doesn't get close to him, because Darko is made out of fire, and Zito burns easy.
Sika, make an insight check.
18.
There's been one or two moments about this vulnerability to fire that finally click into place for you, Sika. Zito is not afraid of fire, but wary. Definitely wary of fire, and that's really kind of being driven home for the first time here. Because he's been very circumspect about it. And you've walked up and you've noticed, and it's starting to click.
I also a piece in that I saw how he acted when his hands got burnt from before. Because I believe I saw that. Sika just standing out there. I'm assuming that we're kind of like far enough from people that wouldn't hear earshot conversations. Would just be like, what are you two doing?
Without looking up at you, Zito goes, ironic question from you.
He stumbles over his first word, and he takes a second to gather everything that was said before they walk through the portal to come in, the steps that have led up to it, that he was doing on his own, with Rampant and Soren. And it's just like a little bit just hits him in the soft spot. And just from a soft breath, he just says, "I'm sorry."
Zito will take a moment. Flame on.
Lava
So he can
pools
take his
around
eyes
you.
off of Darko
Okay.
and look at you and go, if there's any one thing that I've learned in my life, it's that it takes a lot of courage to apologize for something, especially when you feel like you haven't done anything wrong. So I will give you this chance to make amends. Why are we here? And why do you look like that?
May I come sit by you?
Are you in any way allergic to lava?
It is
Like-
pooling somewhat.
Oh, well,
It's making a little river down the stairs.
how about I sit nearby?
Darko just kind
See,
of
that's
nuzzles
what I'm
into it and starts snoozing and tries to keep an eye on it. And starts snoozing. I keep an eye on it. And starts snoozing again.
Well, I just thought about how, well, as you said, saying sorry when you don't believe that you've done anything wrong, which is the case, but I also can understand how, with my point of view, another person can see otherwise. And when you said that you didn't trust me, that just rang a lot of bells that I just wasn't happy to hear again. And these answers are, and may be confusing, but are simple and elaborate. Why we're here is, one, Rampant and I are looking for another Luminant. But also, as much as this may lead to a whole vague idea, we're here because we can. When it came to getting us here, it was a product of, for me, many, many years of trying to understand the reality that we live in. And it definitely does stem from, as I know that you heard at the table, my parents dying, but also what happened afterwards to me. When it came to seeing them go, I just wanted to run away and not be found, and I found that very easy. And then when it came to what I have to do to survive, that brought me to some darker points. You know, as someone who did not fully understand the world as a child, you had to make decisions to try and survive, and some of them may not be the most best things when echoed, especially, and he makes light of it, but not in a judgmental way, but like with you and the law. And then when I found my way back with the ring, everything felt fine, but I was still confused with why our reality would allow us to go through horrors and misfortune when it came to the loss of people or people being abused, manipulated, all for the sake of someone else's gain. The ring died and I fell back into that same place that it was when I was younger. But it was worse. And I found other people who were in that place and we just bonded. Feff, if you wouldn't mind, I sent you a message a while ago. And so, I had to make it out on my own, and maybe that's the reason why Tati couldn't find me. But I was able to meet people. And I met many people that were from different avenues of the world of life and their secrets and what they would share, their abilities, their powers, the darknesses that they've gone through, the light that they've gone through. And it always came down to where every person was being manipulated for someone else's gain every single time. And I was tired of it. So I chose to take this knowledge and found a great access to the arcane and worked with that beautiful weave. And as you've seen with certain songs and certain battles that we've been in, how I look, things just pieced into where they are now. And what this leads up to is to your question of why I look like this. And again, this is a very vague answer. It's because I must.
If I may?
Yeah.
Growing pains?
Yeah. Right. Every pain that has come across helped me get stronger, helped me learn more, and I was able to just see what the world expected of the world, and I wanted to challenge it. I wanted to learn through those cracks how we can be free. But during that time, maybe there was something a little bit more all-encompassing came around me. And I noticed my light started to change and react. And it was actually very recent when I realized just how much it's changed, and that was back when we were in Pardon. When I made that shadow portal, my light was all encompassed with more darkness and shadow. And then through our steps and seeing those people that we defended and the people we fought, how they were using their words or how they're using their bodies, their arcane, everything. It was all so dirty. And I thought, from all those years of learning from everyone else, I had to change. So I learned how to destroy magic, which then convinced me that I could also create magic. And that's when the Umbral Storm appeared. That was the first spell I've ever made. And then, but doing so, I realized that there had to be a harmony of my light and my dark together.
Zito, You've never heard of someone creating a new spell. In all your prowess, it's people have learned what you can do with magic. Even with the hit die stuff, that's something that makes a certain sense of something that already existed and is discovered. Sika creating a new spell like this, you recognize a certain magnitude. It's not that it's unheard of, but creating a spell has not been done in a long time. You study the known spells. Especially because, respectfully, you're a barbarian. But it's been a long time since someone hit you with a spell you didn't know about or have seen someone else die of or fought against in your years of war against all as a mage killer, right? Growing pains.
And I just didn't want I didn't want you, even though I know we've had our headbutts and you have yet to punch me, thank God. I didn't want you to worry about me. In a sense, it's a problem. And yes, I should have talked to you guys, but again, I hope that by just hearing, I know I could get into a long spiel about my past, but whether you would care, I don't know. But I just hope that you can understand, as someone who may be going through a situation of being manipulated, that through all of the issues and stuff in my past that I had to do to survive, that to have people to consider family again is very scary. Because every family member I've had just dies. And maybe I need to learn to trust a bit more, and that's kind of what I'm doing right now by saying this. All of us. I should have probably spoken to you guys. I should have spoken to you guys all before, but it's just hard. And after, easiest way to say is awakening into this, I just could see that much more and farther than I did before, and so much more of our reality made sense. And what we're doing here and wherever we may go afterwards is just a way to help me stop people be abused, manipulated when they're at their darkest parts in life. And I mean the darkest parts. There may be a time in the future, I don't know, I can only assume it because I'm someone who loves contingencies. But I hope that if there's ever a time where I get to a point, I may need your help. Whether you're willing to give or not, that's totally up to you. Slopes are slippery, and just know I don't want to go down any. And he steps a bit closer, and I know you haven't said much, and I usually am someone who does very easily end up blabbering when there's a lot of dead air. I'm just sorry.
I am not one who is quick to feel or quick to forgive. It might not be for a while before everything you've just said to me fully processes. What I do know, and what I can tell you right now, is that for now, at least, I am also glad I haven't punched you yet.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it would hurt.
You would no longer be alive, Sika.
I am accustomed to that. But there is one thing more I just want to say, because if I want you to be able to trust me, I feel that this is an act that will probably, hopefully, be taken in a positive sense, and know that there was never anything nefarious inside of me withholding this information. And he will step closer, as close as he can without touching lava, and quietly whisper to you that, my name is Gildor. But please refer to me as Sika.
It's nice to meet you, Gildor. I'm Koa.
It's lovely to meet you, Koa.
Now walk away, because I do not know how much longer I can stop myself from punching you right now.
Sounds good. And I will not repeat your name to anyone.
I'll trust you.
I can only hope that you will keep mine in yours as well. And he walks away.
Wind picks up through the open double doors of this ancient tower. The dark green, gray, ethereal plane whistles as the wind howls through the tears that you weave through as you return to the rest of the party's camp. You hear just the faintest snore from Robin.
I have one tiny thing and then I'm done for the night. She's gonna pick up the cot that Sika gave her and walk it out to Zito.
Before you go, my thing actually involves you.
Oh, okay.
I think it will time out this way. That's okay. Sika left, and Robin started to bed down. I mean, he's finishing up his inventory and things. He would have come over to you. Hi. Kind of. This is an adjective that really doesn't describe Kazric, but it will now. He looks meek.
Interesting.
In a way. Hi. Are you busy?
No.
Can I talk to you?
Yeah. I actually had something I want to talk to you about too, but you go first.
Oh, okay. You're like, you worship.
I guess.
But that's how your magical capabilities come from the idea of faith in something else, right?
I have faith in Menti, and I think that's where it comes from.
I don't really know a lot about all of that stuff.
That's
I
okay,
really
because
think of
neither do I.
oh well um I've been around some before. I think uh so I guess the best I have a favor to ask. I don't know if you have the ability to do the favor, though. I've seen other worshipy magic people do it.
Mhm.
Um, so to preface, things you don't know about me yet, because you just met me, and I'm not really against saying these things, but still, just to say it out loud, I come from a tribe known as the Fune, a bunch of goblin nomads, and a bunch of different stuff. It's been fun, but my mother is the arch druid,
Oh,
and she wants to kill everything and kind of start over.
that escalated quickly.
Yeah, it's kind of strange. There's, well, the trees and then the fae and all these other stuff and kind of, the houses and things that don't really fit. It's been a lot of. She thinks. She thinks that at this point, it's better to blight the world, take out what is infecting the world, and then renew it. The cycle. It's in a way it makes sense, but also no, I don't want things to die.
No.
Why I left. I've been, and he holds his crystal. That's why I made this, or what I thought would probably become this.
Mhm.
If I can find a way to make her see that she didn't have to destroy everything, which means I probably have to appease everyone. It's a whole thing. I want to, I need to see what she's been up to or what she's doing. And I know that
Okay.
your worship people can, like, scry.
I can do that.
You see him move to one of the pouches that he rarely touches. Rarer components, if you will. He has like uncommon, common, rare. This would be legendary in his mind. That's the separation of this component. Because what he pulls out seems to be brown hair.
Oh, well done.
Oh,
Well done, you.
I told you everything has well, I didn't tell you, but everything has purpose. And I knew I would probably need, well, this is mom. And he gives you literally one of the hairs, or like he holds it out and puts the rest back into the pouch.
Mhm.
This should be enough, I think, for the components, or that's what I call them,
it's
reagents.
possible.
But
It's possible. It's not great, but possible.
okay, if I can, I don't know
Yeah.
how. I don't know what else I can offer to help that happen more. I just. I
I'm
won't lie
reading
to
the
you and-
spell. I'm sorry, above the table. I'm reading the spell really quickly because I have to figure out, like, okay, what do I need? But keep going.
Yeah. I've been gone for so long. I haven't returned since I left, and I saw Crunchy. I'm just worried that time might be running out.
And you need to know what she's doing and how close she's getting to her goal.
And I think Pi has a pretty good insight.
Oh, yes.
Kazwick's very analytical. He's analyzed and seen a lot of powerful people. We have dealt with a lot of powerful people. Tati has been in the room. Mirsky has been in the room. Hags. Heck, this shadow person. He's regarding his mother in the same resolve, in the same level of power. She's old, and she has a lot of it.
I have one small question. And this doesn't mean that I won't. If your answer is yes, then it doesn't mean that my answer is no. But do I need to be concerned that this is going to hurt you
No.
in any way? I mean, if it doesn't really matter about me, but I want to make sure that this isn't going to be harmful, or to any of the others. This isn't going to come back to bite us. If she's that powerful, could she figure it out? And if she did, would we have to worry about that?
You don't have to worry about me getting hurt. The most pain I felt was when I left. Because I love my mom, and I just want her to see a different angle, I guess. As far as everyone else goes, I mean, she hasn't made a move yet. I don't think, which is why I need to know.
Right.
But there's a lot of powerful people that we have to look out for.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this one changes the scale.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Sure. Is this something that we want me to do tonight?
I'm ready.
Yeah. Okay. I just have to read. I need your help understanding this spell because there's a lot of moving parts here. So it says. So am I reading this correctly? In that she is the one making this wisdom save?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then there's a lot of things going on here. So there's modifiers where her save is going to be fixed and mine could be. Is it her save that could be lower?
What's the name of the spell exactly? I'll pull it up.
So scrying.
Okay.
So you have second-hand nature, understanding of her. You don't have first-hand, unfortunately.
Right.
So she would have +5 to her roll, essentially.
Okay, got it.
But you now have a lock of her hair,
Right.
which gives her a -10.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
So
okay.
ultimately, she has a -5 to this roll.
Well
Okay.
done.
Okay.
I have had this on me since day one. Like, I can't cast it. I'll meet somebody who can.
I've seen that lock of hair before. I think.
I think I've
and
mentioned it,
just
like, in
having no
passing.
idea, no idea what it was for.
Bunch of
Am I still, is it still close enough to when I last had my magic that I need to, I keep on that roll, or do I need to roll again?
Oh, no.
Roll again.
Okay. Yeah, that's a 4. But it doesn't mean that I can't do it later. I lost
Feel
that spell
the
slot, but
burden any of your imposed shackles.
it doesn't mean
no.
I can't.
I don't
No?
know. I don't know the situation, but I'm an analytical person, and this is not the first time I've seen this. Try this again, but holding the crystal as the spellcasting focus,
Oh shit. Okay.
which it was at one point.
Yeah, it was. I don't have
In a
my
way.
copy of this fucking crystal. Ugh, I don't
The
have my
person
copy
who
of the
has
crystal.
held
It
it
was gonna be
before
really cool.
is the
Yeah.
only one he trusts holding it.
All right. So if I've got that as my spellcasting focus, I'm using a different power. Does Menti's thing
You
still
attempt-
apply?
You attempt to cast the spell, using this as your spellcasting focus.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
You hold it in your hand, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Very similar situation happens as to what Sika did, but less permanent. There's this blue stain where the blue vein of metal within it begins to glow a bit, and to Kazrik's and Adeline and Rampant's eyes. Pi, you don't notice this because you successfully cast Scry, and a sensor appears elsewhere, and we'll get to that for a second. But to their eyes, and I think Robin might wake up for this as well, simply because it's happening within the pavilion.
Would I have walked in?
Yeah, I think this is right when you're walking in. From top of the head to the chin, this blue halo manifests. This slanting, glowing blue halo. Pi.
Mm-hmm.
You're in a tree city. This invisible sensor picks up on a room. This spell allows you to see the other individuals in the room. Having failed the check, you perceive Zerga, Fune, Lady Eviosa, an elf you do not recognize, a high elf, and Thylo Match. All sitting around a table looking tense.
Okay.
The elf you don't recognize is the only one standing.
All right, I'm gonna try and describe this to him. Okay, another elf. And Thylo. Okay. So my eyes will remain closed, and I'll be concentrating for quite a while. Is there anything else that I see, or what else
They're in a well-adorned room. The table looks to be of the same wood as the building you're in. It's been grown out of the floor, as well as the seats. There are many servants, elven predominantly, and all of them wear this ornate muzzle as they silently move about the room. Many glances are put in Thylo's direction. Nuanced glances. Thylo is the epitome of challenging the status quo within this culture, and is the ambassador of House Thorn.
Okay.
Zerga says,
Well, what you gotta understand is that we sent plenty of people over into your super special island. And we, please, for the last time, I will say this, found the artifact. And it was broken. It will not and cannot be repaired by any means that you or I or your fancy friend over here,
says to Lady Eviosa, who kind of squints, like narrows the eyes.
Your fancy lady over here are capable of rot. A god created it. And that god's highest zealot destroyed it. It will not be returned to its form by any means.
Philo seems to relax at this news. The elf, the one you don't recognize, the one with no muzzle and no tan lines to show that they ever wore one. She leans forward.
She?
Mm-hmm. Have I not told you, time and time again, my lady, that there is nothing that we cannot accomplish? It is but an artifact, a scribing pen. It is no hallowed thing. A greater celestial created it, yes, but it is not holy. What you call holiness, what all of you call holiness, Lady Eviosa starts nodding along, is a fabrication. Holiness, reverence, limitations. Thylo speaks up. There isn't any recorded histories or lore to be pulled from that this thing even exists. Please. There has been, and likely never will be, an artifact that can legally bind someone with their ink to the point of absolute submission. This is not something that should exist.
Oh, frick.
Say that part
Sorry.
out.
And if it sounds like it's been broken, then perhaps such things could be left to the mythos of history's annals. We should return to the point at hand. Peace. You have not been able to move your soldiers in half a year? You've made your point. You are displeased. And I... Let me see, he deals with some fear for a moment. Am all the proof you need that you cannot pull one over us. I know. We all know of your movements through the mountains. And at this, the elf bristles. Zerga turns, eyebrows furrowed. Lady Eviosa puts her hand to her brow. Why would you admit such a thing? Says Lady Eviosa. Thylo sits back, and you can see the shaking, and you can see the tremble as he... Because you will not hurt me. Begins to visibly shake and is mocked by the three of them. Lady Eviosa, please, I remember back when we put you in a little pod to look into memories beyond your very ken. This is a facade that you put to us. You cannot hurt me. And the three of them stare back with hatred in their eyes, but frustration in their silence. As it seems that it is true, they may not, will not, cannot harm Thylo. Pi, your vision returns to you.
Well,
He's like staring. He's so close to you. Just
it's tense. And I don't think we're in trouble yet, but I think it's on its way.
what did she do?
She said they found the artifact. It was broken. It can't be repaired. A god had created it. They said it was a scribing pen. Something that can create contracts that bind the soul.
Visible confusion. Kazric knows zero about anything surrounding that.
It's arcane contracts, and that
What is no? Why is it? She doesn't care about arcane stuff. She's a druid.
it's the pen. The pen is the arcane thing, and I don't know. Maybe they were looking for it.
Who's they?
Okay, sorry. So she explains who's in the room as best as she can, because there are people that she doesn't necessarily know. She has the person that she recognizes must be his mother, and how mom is mad and frustrated. They haven't made any movement in 6 months, and there's some kind of arcane pen that they can't find, but they're going to try and replace it. They're going to try and make a new one.
GM, just because going down memory lane, Hellevathea was the one who tried to appease Eviosa and Tanide in that castle place where the Wild Hunt was. Did Hellevathea tell us about that?
Yep.
So
I
know
Hellevathea.
Eviosa.
Mm-hmm.
You are seeing a Kazakh who is realizing there's layers upon layers that he doesn't know. Which only makes him more frustrated. To which he says, "Oh, okay. Oh, well. Thank you. She didn't see you, right?
Sorry?
She didn't see you. She didn't see you.
I have no idea. I hope not.
Okay.
As far as I know, she didn't see me. She didn't. If she was alerted to my presence, she didn't let on.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll tell the others in the morning. But that's okay. You see him starting to come up with different scenarios, which become equations. equations that he doesn't know answers to yet. So he has something to think about after this. But he... Thank you.
Am I right about where the pen came from? That smile just tells me everything I need to know.
Costco.
Costco. I know that I sound. I'm
Office
beginning.
Max.
She's gonna tell him. I know I'm beginning to sound like a damn broken record, or that's not something that exists right now. I sound like a crazy person because I keep repeating myself over and over again, and I'm sorry, but Gent was he all about arcane contracts, evil, horrible arcane contracts. This artifact, I would bet my life it was his.
I know the
I don't know.
answer is no, because it's just not how this works. It isn't, but I'm going to ask it regardless, because I keep bringing it up, because I feel like I'm Crocker from Fairly Odd Parents each time. Gent was a dwarf. Have we seen many dwarfs in our campaign?
The Tyrant King Barst.
They got turned into metal.
Also true.
Blue
the
metal.
Tyrant King Barst was assassinated by House Thorn because he was committing genocide on dwarves in secret.
Yeah.
The rest of the dwarves fled deep underground. There are a few like holes in the ground that are like these kind of trapdoor markets that some dwarves have occasionally come up out of to set up camp for. They hold their action to like pull the thing to fall back down the hole. It's a very odd custom. I think you might have seen one dwarf in such a position within Cairn. I think when on the way into the city, I might have mentioned one within the military bunker that was Lieutenant Leoton's. I think that's been like the only dwarf.
I don't think they even have presidents. I ask and wonder, because it feels like just Gent is a prominent, I don't want to say prominent figure, but a part of this equation. And finding any connecting point to Gent will ultimately be good, which is harder because we keep saying we haven't seen any dwarves, and that's just wrong, because Kazric is half dwarf. He just doesn't know about that side.
You're all dwarves to me.
Get out. Reduce.
Triggers your flashbang from a distance.
And place in bag of holding for safekeeping.
But just something at the back of his head. He's not thinking about his dwarf side because he doesn't know he has a dwarf side, but it's just something that he feels weirdly connected to.
Well, she's feeling like she didn't help all that much, but she's glad that he feels, maybe he has some peace of mind. It was an absolutely disconcerting vision because that was a tense room, and she's like, I'm gonna step out for a second, and she picks up the cot, goes out to the porch.
Watch out for the lava.
Puts it down next to Zito.
Hear distance.
Gadget just to work. That's it. He sleeps.
Yeah.
Sleeps in his work.
And she puts it down next to Zito. She kind of like, I don't know, gives him a little rub on the head. Just to be like, hey, I see you. And then she walks back in the tent. And she covers up Robin. She just makes sure she's tucked in there nice and safe. And looks around the tent and shakes her head.
Rampant has nodded off into a book, and Adeline has just been watching all of this without saying
Probably
anything.
take Rampant's book and put it off to the side, and she's the kind of person who will straighten rooms and then put something off kilter, but she's not going to do that this time. But she just kind of straightens things as well as she can.
Bye.
Yes. Yes, Adeline?
You should get some rest. You're fussing. That
I
means
know.
you're worried. You should go get some sleep if you can.
Okay. You're right. And she's gonna go find a corner and curl up.
Kazak, you said you passed out in your work?
Yeah, he would. You know him. Like, she doesn't know him well enough yet, but everyone else would know that the best way to figure out if Kazric is okay or is okay with what he has heard is if he starts working, because he has something to do now. So he absolutely just starts. He's not doing alchemical stuff. He's doing writing stuff, figuring out the plot point. But absolutely, at some point, we'll crash in the sleep, in the work.
Adeline kind of gets up in this room full of sleeping people. Sika, are you in the tent as well? Kind of nods to you. I'm going to keep watch. Good evening. He steps out, kind of looks down to Zito. I'll take first watch. Get some rest. I have a doorway. He walks a bit out before cutting his way. Before you watch as he kind of scans the horizon, finds a cluster of tears, and then like goes down prone in between those tears and starts pulling out his spine and assembling his sniper rifle, and just locking in for the long wait of a person who does not sleep. I think we'll call it there. Thank you everyone for being here with us. It's good to get back into it. I love Terraform. There's so much. This is a list of NPC names. Okay, that's it's so good. It's wildly fulfilling and satisfying to have this story have developed as much as it has over these years, and to be able to reference it and then pull way back and pull out this crazy thing that really happened and have the groundwork for it already laid and stuff like that. And if you're interested in that, you can go over to the YouTube and see it on Longshot. We have 4 weekly streamed campaigns over there. A little more energy on the uptick as we get ready for a raid, but until we do, feel free to head over to the Discord, and please do go follow all these amazing friends of mine. Let's start us off with CritBard.
Hey everybody, my name is Omega Jones, also known as CritBard across all social media channels. My pronouns are he and they. I have been Kazric, who, in a weird way, still has so much to learn, and that brings him joy because he likes learning what's good, what's the purpose of a scientist or a creator if they no longer have things to create or discover. And he's not really worried. He is, but he's not as worried. Not with this group. He feels very confident with, and he didn't. I think we know that. I think he felt confused for a while about some of the choices and what's happening here. And some of that is just because he's not of the usual adventuring party type. He is a loner. He works hard and he does a job very unconventionally, but does it. This party dynamic has actually really changed his outlook on everything, and he's very much now invested in everyone else's equations. Not saying he needs to be the one to solve them, but it's like when you give someone else a Rubik's Cube, but quickly you want to solve it yourself. He's just going to be enjoying them in their process. But yeah, I am excited for whatever comes next. First session of 2026.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not doing too much other than Saturdays. You can catch me on Bayonet, deep, dark, creepy stuff. Thursdays, I went to Twitch.tv/Captain Robert for Vecna Eve of Ruin. We're in the end game. And then here. Because my other show gets dead today. I'm done. For Taylor, go.
Hey everyone, I'm Taylor and Tracy. You can find me everywhere as Taylor and Tracy. Check out heinefall.com and all the cool things. We have a Discord if you like Discords where you can meet the community and everything. I play Robin. Robin is just kind of on this adventure right now. She's got so many different ideas in her head of what's going on and what's supposed to be happening. And she kind of woke up for half a second and just saw Kazric staring at Pi super close and Pi glowing like a weird blue angel. So she's just like, this is weird.
This is friggin' weird.
she's like, okay, this pavilion gives me weird dreams. It's the pavilion of dreams. All right. And then I hear them talking about a pen and contracts, and it just makes her think of like, oh, I wonder if Zito's contract was made with a weird pen, or can they contract people with their army with a weird pen? And just kind of like went to sleep thinking about that. But yeah, she's a...
We're gonna pick up next episode with that group shared precognitive dream.
Yay! I'm excited to see what y'all dream about.
Except for Zito. Zito's
Yeah, I was gonna
outside.
say, except for, who I'll pass it off to. Go for it, Ben.
Hi, I'm Ben Brainard, playing Zito Barbera, the Path of the Knuckle Sandwich Barbarian. This is the first time Zito's gone 6th rage, and everybody, and he didn't wake up to just a bunch of dead bodies around him.
Worldview shifted.
He's been trying real hard to not do that around people that he gives a shit about. And then he did it, so he's processing a lot of that. And he doesn't know it yet, but Kazric walking out to a man processing all of that and then saying to that guy, you're gonna get angry again, it's who you are, you like fighting. It's probably not.
I thought that too. I was like, oh man, I watched you. You did a tell. You went, like, I don't remember what it was, but you had like a moment of like profoundly good acting. Really, really cool moment. Really, really cool moment.
So I have a couple of ideas how this goes from here. Had no plans to do the other name thing.
Yeah, that was such a cool moment, guys.
Shane and I did not message about that beforehand.
No.
He just started saying my real name is, and I was like, I have a thing, and I like panicked, looked through several notes that I had written. I was like, I wrote it down somewhere, and I found it, and I was like, it hasn't been that, like, it's still timing wise. It wouldn't be weird to say this, and so it felt good. It was good moment, a little fresh thing for two characters who were at odds and ends.
Yeah, bits and bobs.
Yeah. Bits, bobs, odds, and ends.
Yep.
The whole thing and all that.
What'd you think of Thylo?
I need more information. It makes perfect sense to me that he would believe stuff like that because he's so goddamn paranoid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, part of me is like, not the real Thylo's not even in that room. There's no way he would walk into a room of people that he thinks could hurt him. That is a clone of an illusion of a contingency. That is what that is. He built an elf suit and put it on top of Bookmark the sentient dagger, and that's what's in that room right now. Like, there's so many. I was like, there's no, Thylo's not doing that, you know. But I do believe that he believes that. Whatever he has going on, I believe that he believes that. I also, as soon as the scrying worked and Thylo was there, I was like, well, he's not the one running the meeting.
Nope.
Not a chance. No, he would have casted so many abjuration spells to make it impossible for anybody to get. Yeah, so I'm like, all right, well.
All the other members of that group have that specific protection.
So how did I do that?
Because he did it to Zerga.
The evil Emperor Zerg.
She not pressed.
Interesting.
Druid lady, I'm not trying to protect her brain. She's trying to raise the dead. Or kill everything, I guess.
I think next session Zito will probably have a couple more questions for a couple more people in the party after he's calmed down and processed a little bit. But otherwise, Charlie Mike, continue moving, continue mission. Annie.
Yes. Hello. I'm Annie, and you guys know me as Here to Learn. I'm one of the mods around here. I've been playing Paye Aminette Brigitte Renaud.
Thank God. Bingo.
Yay! We did it!
I was going to give you guys her entire name tonight, but it didn't happen. The circumstances were not correct. She does actually have a much longer name than that, but it didn't happen. Yes, it didn't happen. There's parameters that have to happen before that comes out. She feels responsible for all these people. She's a little off kilter because she didn't really, I don't know. She's her story is long and twisted and very difficult to believe. And she feels like she's repeating herself over and over, and sounds like she's just obsessed with this one dude, but she really does just want to protect people.
That is very apparent. Tucked in. Yeah. Robin brought Zito the cot. That's also very apparent.
Did he use it?
Not yet.
Stubborn. Anyway, so yeah, she thinks he's mad at her. But we'll see what happens. So she was trying to make amends, but anywho, but yeah, no, your general lore dropper for the evening. I put in a heck of a lot of information.
You did
y'all.
Really good.
That was it was
you
a
did
lot.
So good.
So hopefully now we've got a heading. Yeah, kind of. Sort of, maybe.
There's a few ideas floating around.
I feel like we're gonna find some cool stuff here pretty soon. So, Shane.
Hi everyone, my name is Shane Whalley. I play Sika, College of the Road Bard. Had a wonderful time tonight, getting tattooed, talked to Smoke Daddy. It was great. It was all super fun. I really liked today. It was nice to have a lot of just stuff put out into the front for being the first episode, and giving you guys as the viewers a big cookie to bite into, and and so there's a lot to swallow. There was a lot of stuff said, like a lot, and so I know everyone's thinking about this pen's possibly Glenn's, but I'm also thinking of it, if I'm correct, on a pen that Feff and I spoke about off camera, which I won't repeat because of who knows. Is going through my head too. That's interesting. But yes, a little bit of lore for Sika as well towards Zito, and took a lot of courage of Sika to be able to open up to that, but he understood when he weighed the scales of each gravitational situation that this was one of the best ways to show someone who he cares about truth and trust. And for those who like rewatching episodes, feel free to go back because my name was dropped in episode a while ago.
That's true.
It was.
That's true. When you guys first got Soren, he was like, Gildor, it's you. And you were like, did
I miss that?
And
was
then also,
I remember.
Later, we were like, oh, we did it. Oh.
Yeah, it was also when he was bleeding and he was scared for his life.
Yeah, it was the first episode, I think, right? The first one of the.
I literally have Sika is a new name. What's the old one? And that's pages ago. So I hadn't.
Also, maybe we didn't say it back there in the cave. It was only there when
I said it.
Oh, you said it? Okay,
I said
okay.
it.
Okay, cool. Okay. Thank you for the memory joke. But yeah, so it was said before, and this was Sika saying it. I saw his fast reaction. It's like,
That was awesome. That's some damn fine storytelling, y'all. Damn fine
really
storytelling.
I'll pass it over to Robin, but other than that, I'll just say I have nothing special coming up other than I get to sleep in my bed and watch TV, and then I start streaming again in like a week or so.
Nice. And Taylor, I believe you've gone already, correct? I think
Yeah,
everyone's
I
gone.
got-
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You're fine.
I'm so sorry for repeating some of these stuff. I'm doing
No,
bad
you're good.
Passovers.
Gang, this was amazing. Everyone
Love
pile
it
into this
again.
Raver Go Kick It with Oddity draws. Tune in Thursday for Rotten Toil, the sister campaign to this one, and then of course Saturdays and Sundays for Bayonet and Thistle and Quill.